Do you know how to express your emotions and talk about mental well-being in English? Welcome to Learn English with Mandla. Let's test your knowledge. Which phrase means feeling extremely tired and emotionally drained? A. Burnout. B. Mindfulness. C. Self-care. D. Anxiety. Again, which phrase means feeling extremely tired and emotionally drained? That's right, burnout. So let's have a look at some common phrases. So, common mental health terms. These are used when discussing mental health in general or describing personal experiences. Burnout. This means extreme exhaustion from stress. For example, I've been working overtime for months and now I'm completely burnt out. And when would you use this? You use this phrase when talking about feeling emotionally and physically drained from work, studies, or any overwhelming responsibility. Next, anxiety. This means a feeling of worry or nervousness. Example, public speaking gives me a lot of anxiety. You would use this, or this is useful when describing nervousness or fear about a situation, such as before an important event or decision. Next, depression. It means a persistent feeling of sadness or lack of interest. For example, he has been struggling with depression and needs support. This phrase is used and is important for describing long-term emotional struggles, often when someone is feeling hopeless or disconnected from things they usually enjoy. Next, self-care. This means taking actions to improve mental health and physical well-being. Example, taking a break and going for a walk is part of my self-care routine. You would use this phrase when discussing ways to take care of your mental health, whether it's through relaxation, hobbies, or mindfulness. And next, mindfulness. This means being present and aware of your thoughts and emotions. For example, practicing mindfulness helps me manage stress better. So this is useful when talking about techniques or activities that help you stay calm and focus on the present moment, often used for relaxation and stress relief. That's the first group. Now let's look at the second group, expressing feelings and emotions. So these phrases help you express how you're feeling in everyday conversations. I'm feeling overwhelmed with work. The example here, I have so many deadlines coming up and I'm feeling really overwhelmed. So when would you use this? You would use this when discussing stress from multiple responsibilities, such as school or work. Or I need a mental health day. Have you heard this one? Example, I've been feeling really stressed, so I'm taking a mental health day to rest. You would use this phrase when you need to take a break from your responsibilities to focus on your mental well-being. Another one, I've been under a lot of stress lately. For example, with exams coming up, I've been under a lot of stress lately. You would use this one to show like it's a good way to explain that you're dealing with stress due to ongoing pressures, whether personal or work related. Another phrase, I'm trying to stay positive and focus on self-care. For example, things have been tough, but I'm trying to stay positive and focus on self-care. When would you use this phrase? You'd use it when discussing your efforts to stay hopeful and engage in healthy habits to cope with challenges. Great. Those are all the phrases that you could use here. Okay, and these are for expressing feelings and emotions. The next group, these are for offering support to others. So phrases for offering support to others. These phrases are great when talking to someone who might need support. So you could say, I'm here if you need to talk. For example, I can see you going through a lot. I'm here if you need to talk. You would use this phrase when offering emotional support to a friend or a colleague, letting them know they can open up to you. Another great one for offering support. Take your time, no pressure. Example, if you're feeling overwhelmed, take your time, no pressure. So this one you would use when you are reassuring, when someone is feeling rushed or stressed and you want to remind them that they can take things at their own pace. Another great one would be to say you're not alone in this. For example, I know this is difficult, but you're not alone in this. So when would you use this phrase? You'd use it when you want to remind someone that they have support and are not facing their struggles alone. Another great phrase for support. Have you considered talking to a professional about it? For example, it might help to talk to a therapist. Have you considered it? So this one, you'd use it like this is a gentle suggestion when someone is going through a tough time and might benefit from professional help. Great. The next group is coping strategies and advice. So these phrases help provide advice on managing stress or emotions. So a great one, try to take a deep breath and relax, or try to take deep breaths and relax. Example, before your presentation, try to take deep breaths and relax. You'd use this advice when you want to help someone calm down before a stressful event, such as a meeting or an exam. Another great phrase, getting enough sleep can make a big difference. For example, if you're feeling anxious, getting enough sleep can make a big difference. So you would use this one, and this is helpful advice for anyone who may be struggling with stress or anxiety, as rest is crucial for mental well-being. Next, journaling helps me process my thoughts. For example, when I feel stressed, journaling helps me process my thoughts. So to use this one when discussing ways to reflect on or manage emotions, especially if someone is feeling overwhelmed. Another great one, exercise is great for mental well-being. For example, you'd say, whenever I feel anxious, I go for a run. Exercise is great for mental well-being. This is a good one to use to recommend physical activity as a way to relieve stress and improve mood. Now you know how to express emotions and support others in English. Which phrase do you find most useful? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more lessons. Remember to keep practicing.